Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Toonstruck for the PC. This came out in 1996 and is one of those point-and-click adventure games that came out pretty much when the point-and-click genre was pretty much entering its twilight. Even though there were several well-known actors in the game who supplied their voice acting talents to this, like Tim Curry, Jim Cummings, David Ogden Stiers. Heck, even Christopher Lloyd is in this one. Unfortunately, the game was expensive to make. It cost about $8 million to make in 1996 money. The game was delayed for a year. And while the game ended up being liked in the magazines by the reviewers, it didn't do as well as Virgin Interactive, who published this game, wanted it to do. As a matter of fact, when the game came out, it sold 150,000 units worldwide by December, but it just didn't make Virgin money. As a matter of fact, it was because of Virgin Interactive delaying the game, as well as the game taking a long time to make and also being expensive, that Virgin Interactive reportedly lost $14.3 million in the US in 1995. I'm kind of going by Wikipedia here as I go along with this. As a result, the game's planned sequel didn't happen. We're left with this game, fan attempts at recreating the sequel, a creepypasta. Apparently I didn't even know about that until I read the Wikipedia article for this game. And years of wondering what could have been. Now, I could go ahead and start the game, but I will play the intro. I should mention that you can actually get this game for a few dollars on GOG. And you can also get it on Steam as well. I'm playing this on GOG. Anyway, I'm going to play the intro now, and I'm going to be quiet throughout. So, intro time.
Hello.
Drew Blanc,
Yes.
this is Dr. Stern's office. I'm calling to remind you about your dental appointment tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Blanc,
Yes.
you've missed your last 3 appointments, Mr. Blanc.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I must have forgotten.
It's only a filling, Mr. Blanc. So you'll be here tomorrow, 10 a.m. sharp?
I promise. I'll be so there it'll make up for all my missed appointments.
I don't care what you do, Mr. Blanc, as long as you don't forget again.
Yes, I remember.
All right, Drew, I'm sorry. But if you remember, then why aren't you...
Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry, Maxine. I thought you were... why aren't I what?
Your meeting with Schmaltz, it started 10 minutes ago.
I'm so dead.
In my day, being late for a meeting with one's superiors was grounds for immediate dismissal. See that it doesn't happen again.
Yes, sir, Mr. Schmaltz. I'm sorry.
Now then, I'm sure you're aware that this season marks the 10th anniversary of the Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun show. Frankly, we've milked this formula long enough. Bun Bun needs a boost. It needs revitalizing. It needs a shot in the arm.
A shot in the arm, yes, sir. Sure does.
And since Bun Bun's your creation, I want you to personally administer this revitalizing shot.
Thank you, sir.
Here's how I see it. We create a big batch of happy, cute bunnies to share the spotlight with Bun Bun. It's an all-new show and we call it Fluffy and Friends. After all, if one bun can carry a company like Sam Schmalting for 10 years, a whole truckload of the things has got to be a gold mine. 24 karat. Get it?
Yes, terrific idea. That is exactly what the show needs. More bunnies.
Of course it's a terrific idea. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Well, what are you waiting for? Go make. Oh, and one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I want the new characters on my desk first thing tomorrow morning. And this time, don't be late.
Tomorrow morning. First thing, yes. Okay.
Rabbits. More sweet, friendly rabbits. Rabbits that do nice things. Rabbits that not only care, but share.
The early work of a very young, very naive Drew Blanc. A kid who was going to take the world by storm. Flux. You were it, little buddy. The Flux Wildly show is really going to be something. If only... Oh. Must focus on bunnies. Must focus on bunnies.
Hey, kitties! Let's get happy! It's Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun time!
Oh, no. What are you doing on at 4 o'clock in the morning anyway? I'm talking to cartoon bunnies. This must be a dream. I must have fallen asleep again. Oh, God, asleep on your line. Oh, wake up, Drew, wake up. Damn it. Flux.
Drew?
Flux.
Drew!
What are you doing
doing
here?
here?
Look, Flux, I can't be here. I mean, I can't stay here. It's just not right. I don't fit in. Besides, oh my God, I've got one mother of a deadline hanging over my head, and apparently a lifetime of therapy to look forward to. So please, just slap me, or tell me there's no place like home, or do whatever it takes to get me out of here.
Well, I guess. If it means that much to you.
So, you mean you do know how to get me home?
Hell no! I have problems finding my own way home. But I do know a guy who might be able to help. So you see, King Hugh, your wonderfulness, Drew needs to get back home. Can you help him, can you, huh?
Oh, dear, dear. Dear, I'm so sorry for all the trouble you've been through. Of course I'll help you find your way home.
Told you.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But there's just one teensy-weensy little problem. Let me explain. We are here, Cutopia.
Hey, that's where I live. That's where I live, right there. Zany-doo. It's kind of like an offshore asylum, but to me, it's always been home. Back to you, your benevolence.
Yes. As I was saying, We are here in Cutopia, home of the happy, helpful Cutopians. And, of course, their good and just king. It's me. We were all so very, very happy until we fell under attack by a very wicked man, Count Nefarious. Don't even like to look at him.
Who would?
Nefarious is ruler of the Malevolands and its dismal denizens. He has perfected a Malevolator.
Hey, that's the thing that took a shot at me!
It's a terrible flying weapon of Nefarious's own invention. The Malevolator shoots a powerful ray that corrupts everything it touches, turning all that is sweet and pleasant into all that is sinister and ugly. So, I'm afraid, Mr. Drew, we really need you to help us before we can help you.
But how could I possibly help?
My brave spies have stolen the blueprints for Nefarious's bad machine. My royal engineer is using these plans to build a cutifier, a device which will reverse the damage Nefarious has done. Mr. Drew, please, I need you to help us finish the cutifier so that we can end Nefarious's reign of terror and to make the world a happy place. And then, I promise you, I will do everything in my power to help you get home.
Don't worry, Your Benevolence. We'll save you. Won't we? Mr. Drew?
Sure, Your Highness. I'd be happy to help.
Absolutely splendid. Thank you, friend. You can't possibly understand what this means to me and my kingdom. Before you leave the castle, please stop by my laboratory so my engineer can show you the cutifier. And remember, all of Cutopia is counting on you.
And that is the intro for this game. So we are playing as Drew Blanc, the original creator of the Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun show. He wishes that Flux Wildly, a cartoon character that he made when he was younger and starting out in the animation field, had his own show. He wishes that Flux Wildly has his own show, and never got the chance. Meanwhile, his boss, Sam Schmaltz, who is played by Ben Stein, obviously, he wants Drew Blanc to continue the Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun show after it's been a success for the past 10 years, and wants him to create new characters to keep the show's formula going. Unfortunately, Drew suffers from artist block. He nods off. He wakes up late in the night with nothing going on, nothing done. All of a sudden, the TV is on, and it's showing the Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun show. He tries to turn the TV off. He gets warped into the world of Fluffy Fluffy Bun Bun anyway. While there, he gets zapped by the Malevolator, and nearly gets zapped by the Malevolator, and is saved by Flux. Unfortunately, in order to get back home, Drew has to team up with Flux Wildly and help King Hugh, the King of Cutopia, stop Count Nefarious and basically stop him and the Malevolator. So we have ourselves an adventure in a cartoon world on our hands. Also, I pronounce his name as David Ogden Steers. It's David Ogden Stiers. Interestingly, Stiers was credited as David Ogden Steers in THX 1138, THX 1138, where he played an announcer. First movie role for the guy, if I remember correctly, in a long career that ended with his passing in 2018. Anyway, let's go ahead and start a new game. Am I getting the intro again? I'm getting the intro again.
I want the new characters.
There we go. I had to press escape 3 times just to get through the entire intro again. Just to skip through all of it. So we are now outside of King Hugh's throne room. In the castle of Cutopia. And there are plenty of places where we can go. There's a doorway right here where we can talk to some guy who's dusting stuff. There's a cabinet. There's another door. We can go outside. And there's another doorway right here. We can also interact with Flux Wildly if we need to. For now, though, I'm going to go right here. And before I do anything, I want to get myself used to controls here.
I can't just yank it open. The roll top cupboard.
Okay.
Tight.
Right-clicking will allow you to examine objects, while left-clicking allows you to interact, I think.
My pal Flux.
Yep, right-click allows you to examine objects. Okay, so, hold up. Oh.
Hello? Hello. We're looking for the Royal Engineer.
Really? I'm looking for my glasses.
Oh. Well, if you see the engineer, would you tell him we're looking for him?
I will, but he's rather preoccupied right now. He's lost his glasses. Now where can they be?
So apparently I just learned something not too long ago. Apparently, if you right-click while going somewhere, it's fast travel. You can skip the animation of going to where you want to go. And just go straight to the room you were wanting to go to anyway. Also, by going down here, we meet an engineer. Unfortunately, the chief engineer has lost his glasses, and we need to find them. So, okay. You can't examine doorways and places. You can only just go to them. Alright. Well, in case we need to look at something, we can. We get the chattering teeth for an icon. If for our mouse pointer, we can talk to somebody. If we can examine something, the cursor turns into a magnifying glass. And of course, we have the grabby hand in case we have something we can interact with.
Another of the engineer's useful inventions, no doubt. Another of the engineer's useful
And
inventions,
apparently,
no doubt.
left clicking or right clicking gives us the same description for the weird gadget.
It's a trash can.
So's the floor, apparently.
Yeah, you and me both, Flux.
It's a trash can.
Let's see if we can look around at other things.
Another of the engineer's useful inventions, no doubt.
Well, we can go to the doorway, but I don't know if we can even go over there right now. Can we talk to... Yes, we can talk to the flustered bird with a left click.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm afraid I don't have time to chit-chat right now. Finding my glasses is a tippy-top priority.
That poor bird is helpless without his glasses.
I have a sneaking suspicion he's helpless with his glasses.
And from here, we can't really talk to the flustered bird. Can we go over to the right?
I wonder what's through that doorway on the right.
That's a tippy-top secret area. Please, stay out.
Apparently we cannot. Well, it looks like we're going to have to explore the rest of the castle to see where we can find the glasses. Can we go through this door?
The door is locked. Do you think King Hugh wants us to stay out of there?
Heck no! I've always viewed a locked door as an invitation.
So we cannot go through that door. Oh, well, there's always the doorway to whatever this room is, where we can get some clues as to where the chief engineer's glasses are. And there are plenty of things that we can look at. There are plenty of trophies. There's a watering can trophy. There's a trophy right there. There's a footman. And there are not much else in the way of things we can interact with. Now, interestingly, if you left-click on Flux Wildly, your mouse cursor becomes his face. When the cursor is Flux Wildly's face, you can get him to interact with things when you click on stuff, like the watering can. I'm not going to do it right now, so I'm just going to right-click and go back to my regular cursor. I might as well go ahead and look at stuff around here before I talk to the footman. Nope, nope, nope.
A fish trophy.
Yeah, apparently I can't look at the guy. Apparently right-clicking is going to cause me to talk to him no matter what. So...
Cutopian Gardening Club. Watering Can Award. Congratulations, King Hugh. May your garden enjoy many golden showers.
I should probably mention that this game is meant more for adults than for kids. If that's an indication, by the way. And there's a palace hallway. We can't... That'll just take us back. Yeah, there's only 2 things we can look at, so we might as well just go ahead and talk to the footman.
Excuse me, could we have a word with you?
Certainly. Which word would you like? May I recommend goodbye?
Apparently, this footman is quite busy. So, now that we are talking to somebody, we have 2 options down there at the bottom of the screen. We can break the ice with the ice cube, or we can stop by clicking on the outstretched hand. By breaking the ice, we'll get some conversation with the footman, and as we do so, this ice cube will melt until it will either break or melt, I forget which one, until it just melts into a puddle of water. I'm going to go ahead and break the ice with the footman.
King Hugh sure has a lot of trophies.
Well done, sir. A keen observation. However, if I may be blunt, I find dusting a trifle difficult whilst engaged in such witty and insightful conversation. So if it's all the same to you, I suggest you gentlemen be on your way.
Hey, wait a second. What kind of a butler are you anyway?
For your information, no kind of butler at all. Are you blind, sir?
Flux, look at him. I think he's a footman.
What? So you're telling me a butler would be a great big...
Right.
Well, at least we know why he's a footman. Also, the footman seems to be in no mood for a conversation and would rather be doing his job. We can, however, break the ice some more, and apparently it melts and not breaks. So I kind of had it right the first time. We can also talk about the chief engineer and his glasses. And we can also talk about King Hugh. I'm going to go ahead and mention... I'll go ahead and mention King Hugh.
This must be a tough time for King Hugh. Nefarious on the loose. Utopians getting struck down left and right.
Dust collecting on his trophies.
Oh, indeed. It's just terrible to see His Royal Highness so unhappy. Every night, I wind his precious royal music box. It begins to play its sweet little lullaby. And only then can my poor king sleep. Sweet dreams to your royal snookums, I softly whisper, as I tuck his highness in. Footman's duties. You wouldn't understand.
Well, kind of understandable, actually. But it seems that King Hugh and Cutopia have both seen better days now that the Malevolator is wreaking havoc across the land. Let's go ahead and break the ice with the footman some more.
So what are all these trophies for anyway?
Aside from dusting.
Why, all sorts of things. First place in the Tribute to Hugh essay contest. Most likely to succeed. Best King of Cutopia.
Best King of Cutopia?
Yes, that one's quite an honor. It was bestowed by the king himself.
Don't you think it's just a little bit funny that the king has proclaimed himself best king?
Funny? May I inquire how many times you have been so honored?
Well, none.
Exactly. So please show our sovereign a little respect. And might I suggest, in future, you reserve jocularity for a more suitable subject matter, such as your combined IQ.
And so much for breaking the ice. Apparently, you didn't really get much out of the footman. Apparently, King Hugh is a little bit vain and has a few trophies that he's bestowed himself, especially a Best King of Cutopia trophy. And now that the ice cube has melted, we cannot click on this anymore. If we do, we just get the usual 90s cartoon noise, and we get nothing out of it. Also, the footman seems to be rather respectful towards King Hugh. Anyway, we have only one other thing that we can talk to the footman about, and that is the chief engineer and the glasses.
We were just talking to a bird downstairs who seemed a little flustered.
Ah, you've had the misfortune of meeting Bric-a-Brac, our royal engineer.
Bric-a-Brac seems to be having a bit of a problem.
Allow me to go out on a limb, sir. Bric-a-Brac has lost his glasses.
Yes, that's right.
I don't suppose he has checked his pockets.
Oh, I didn't ask.
Well, while I find the troubles of our engineer most fascinating, sir, in future I would prefer to focus my energies on more important matters, such as the condition of my master's trophies.
Well, at least the footman was a help in some way. We now have a way of finding the Royal Engineer's glasses. He's got them in his pocket the entire time. And there's not really much else we can do in the way of conversation with the footman, so we're just going to go ahead and click on the hand here.
Time for us to shove off.
Then please, by all means, shove off, sir.
And from here, we can go back to the palace hallway. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the laboratory. And from here, we can talk to the flustered bird, who is now identified as Bric-a-Brac. I did not expect him to do that. Let's go ahead and talk to Bric-a-Brac.
Bric-a-Brac, by any chance are your glasses in your pocket?
I had no idea. I wish I had them right now.
I think what Drew means is, look in your pocket!
Oh, okay. My glasses! I wonder who put them there. Say, do I know you?
I'm Drew, and he's Flux. We're friends of King Hugh. We've come to help you with a cutifier.
Wonderful. Welcome to Team Happy. Let me show you what I've been working on. Gentlemen, this is the blueprint for Nefarious's Malevolator. Now then, you see the 12 things installed inside the ship's deck? The whistles, the dagger, and whatnot? Well, they power Nefarious's Malevolation beam. We need 12 things to power the beam on our machine. But so far, I've only been able to find one.
Well, I guess a scavenger hunt for the missing parts shouldn't take too long. We already have the blueprint. At least we know what we need to get.
Not that easy. Use the same 12 things, get another Malevolation beam. See? What we need are 12 different things. Things of a different nature. Things that will produce the reverse effect.
Oh, right. You said you had one thing that worked?
Why, yes, I do. Let's take another look-see at the blueprint. The one thing that seems to work is sugar. It works when I put it right there where the spice is in Nefarious's machine.
Why?
I haven't a clue.
Well, Bric-a-Brac, we better go. The sooner we get those missing parts, the better for all of us.
Wait, you'll be needing the Malevolator blueprint for reference. Oh, Now where's it got to?
You're still holding it, Wing Commander.
Oh. Oh, that reminds me. I want to give you something that may help. A bottomless bag to carry all the parts in.
Thank you, Bric-a-Brac.
Splendid. And please, feel free to come back here anytime. We can install different things into the Cutopia to see if they work, or we can just talk. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, new friends, and good luck!
And from here, we now have a new thing for the gameplay, the bottomless bag. By going to the lower left corner... By going to the lower left corner of...
Well, start again.
Oh, good grief. By going to the lower left corner of the screen and left-clicking the bottomless bag, we can look inside the inventory screen. We can click on the blueprint, we can click outside of the bag, and we can use it on Drew if we need to, or Flux Wildly. Apparently we cannot use it on Drew Blanc, but if we were to...
Malevolator.
If we right-click it, we can look at the blueprints again. As King Hugh mentioned before, his spies managed to find the blueprints for the Malevolator, and now we need to find 12 opposite things of all these 12 objects. Obviously, we have sugar, because Bric-a-Brac has it, but we're going to have to go out on a limb and go places and find things and see what sticks to see what the opposite of everything else is. I'm pretty sure we may have to put pepper where the salt is, nuts where the bolts are, pins where the needles are, bells where the whistles are. Maybe those things actually go together, and maybe they're not opposites. I'm just kind of thinking out loud there. But we can go ahead and keep right-clicking until we leave. And yes, we're going to have to find those 12 opposite things to power the Cutopia to nullify the Malevolator and its effects.
Wait for me!
So the new parts go in those compartments around the Cutopia's deck?
Yes, that's right. When you've installed all the components, you simply press that big red button to run the machine. If there are any problems, the computer will let us know.
And from here... Okay, why is Flux Wildly all the way to the left there? That was weird. He was kind of down there in the lower left-hand corner just running around. And still is. I want to think that's maybe an emulation error because I'm playing this on GOG via the Scum VM thing, I guess. Basically, this is being played through Scum VM. Hence why I'm probably getting Flux Wildly there in the lower left-hand corner above the bottomless bag. But anyway, we have the sugar over here already at the top. And the rest of the things will go into this ring. And then we can press the System Analysis button, the big red button at the bottom, and see if things work. We don't have anything right now, so we're just going to go back to the laboratory, and apparently Flux Wildly still is here. I'm going to keep the cursor away from him. That was interesting. I guess Drew Blanc is kept away from view, but I guess they couldn't do the same with Flux Wildly, considering that he runs around every so often on some of these screens. So anyway, now that we have the blueprints, we can go through the door on the right in the laboratory, and we can plug things in to see if they make the Cutopia work. Let's go ahead and look at the cabinet real quick.
I can't just yank it open.
Oh, I already did look at it when I was testing the left click and right click.
A roll-top cupboard, locked up tight.
And from here, I need to remember what it is that I did to save my game, because I was about ready to save my game, but I can't remember what it was that I had to press to do it. Well, those are the shortcuts. And I don't want to click anywhere.
Flux.
Yes, I know. Let's see here. Well, I know that I can press F5, and that will give me the save game menu. I'm going to go ahead and select new game and do LP1, and then I'm going to save over the practice file that I did for when I tried this game out some time ago. I still want to show off the menu, though. Because I want to see if I can access the menu. Well, that's no good. There we go. And apparently the load and save game menus look different in the original MS-DOS version. What you saw me get was the Scum VM save and load, because again, I'm playing this through GOG. There it is. You have to press F1, it's just what I thought it was. By pressing F1, you can go on to this screen where you can adjust the volumes for music, voice, and sound effect. You can switch between font 1 and font 2. Font 2 is a much cleaner font, and you can also change its text speed, and you can also choose between low quality and high quality video. You can continue playing, and you can quit. I'm going to go ahead and continue playing, so that way I can have music when I close this video out. Join me next time, where we finally go outside and start exploring the world of Cutopia, because there's really nothing left that we can do in the castle of Cutopia. We just have the trophy room and the lab, and we can't go anywhere else except down the stairs at the bottom of the screen to the outside world. So next video, we are going out into the world of Cutopia to see what we can see, do what we can do, solve what we can solve, find what we can find, get what we can get, and all that. Until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!